think what I want to do, let me just say, we're kind of going down memory lane, like in chronological order right now. Right. And we're kind of in the Frankie Romano, part. You guys are about to kind of start writing that new album, right? Am I right?
But wait.
But you guys also got some changing parts going on, too, at this point also.
Well, there's something before that.
A lot of guitar players.
I don't know if we're on or not.
Yeah, let's go through some of that. I mean, why not? Yeah, that's part of it. I don't
think
care.
about this. When we did our first gig to promote the record, the two guitar players that played on the record were not with us.
Right, so let's talk about that.
Randy Gantz and Greg Perry.
I guess you're already talking about it. You got it?
Are we talking about it?
All right, 5, 4, 2, 1, 9, bam! And you're on. Frank Romano is in the band, and band's doing really well at this point. You guys are now kind of past tied to the tracks. You guys have already toured it, whatever, played out for it and everything. You're starting to think about writing some new stuff. Now, at this time, Greg's not in the band.
Right.
It's Frank, and who's the other guy now at this point? Felton?
Well, right after the record.
All writing. Never stopped writing.
Always writing at rehearsal, whatever.
So you guys are you guys the main cog of the whole entire project as far as that goes? Obviously,
it's really the whole band.
Yeah.
Really? So
everyone contributes.
You got the core here right now.
But that's what I mean. As these new guys are coming in and out, though, they're adding their thing. But I think this is the machine. This is the engine part of it, and then
nucleus.
And they didn't even know.
Yeah. That's it. The nucleus.
Like Frank would just start warming up with stuff. And I'm like, oh my god, do that again. So that's how a lot of songs I wrote at that point. His warm ups. I mean, fucking 5 songs were probably born from him warming up. And not even realizing it, I'm like, okay, that part was cool because you're playing in and I'm feeling this way. So here we have the start of another song.
Yeah.
And there's songs like Incense of Abomination and which
The Haunting,
really
Back
cool.
from the Grave.
The Haunting, my God.
Most of the time, somebody would show up at practice, which we did a lot, but nobody showed up with a song like, okay, I got this song. You know what I mean? It was always a riff or two, a couple parts, and then we pieced it together.
Yeah, right.
Except for one time, I came down to practice with an acoustic guitar, and I had the whole song in my head. And I came down, remember? It was the Dr. Payne Mist of Dawn. I came down, showed everybody, and we wrote that fucker between the 4 of us. Within 20 minutes, we had the structure of the song. That's the only time that happened. In fact, they're like, "What are you doing with that acoustic, you pussy?"
I thought we were going. Country. It was pitiful.
Yeah. They used the P word. I couldn't believe it.
Did you? So you guys. So let me ask you about some of that though. You guys had some turnover at that one point, right? Like guitar turnover, right? So you guys were the main cog, the core, the whole. They're the whole. But then the guitar players, like you guys,
right here.
You're having a hard time keeping these guys. Why? Why do you think that is? Because Purgatory's got some success going on. You would think, was it them? Was it you guys? What happened?
Definitely them.
Give it to him.
Jeff, let me ask
Dave,
Jeff.
wouldn't give up his other band. He wanted to keep Purgatory and his other band, and we wanted, full commitment.
Davis Felton.
You didn't do that at that time. In the mid-'80s, now you got people there in 5 bands.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But at that time, you're one band, and if you're in 2, you're not committed.
Jeff's talking.
Sorry.
So I somehow ended up down in near Salem, and I checked out this band called Metal Lord, and I saw Tony play in that band, Tony Ross, and
fell in love with his hair.
He just had the look completely, and he could play. So
He said he had the look, and you said he fell in love with his hair. You guys are hilarious.
So I invited him up to check it out.
You didn't see that.
So that's how he got in.
More or less, he ended up moving up and getting a job in the area.
That's how he got in.
Because for a little while, he would drive the hour plus to practice every day.
Oh, wow.
He committed.
Yeah.
It was like look was important at the time to me. Between him and Frank, they were both hairy guys.
Yeah. Well, you had a good look too at the time.
Back,
you had
arms,
all the
back.
hair going on. You're Jeff Hatrix, dude. Everybody knew that who you were at the time. You were fucking huge.
Time to shave this side.
Yeah, remember? Oh yeah, that's
Funny,
right.
Don
That's
Foose.
right, I
Don
forgot
Foose got everyone to shave the side of their head. I was like the last one.
Oh, is that what
And
happened?
then I ended up
no, I never did
keeping
it.
it the longest.
You can't make me.
No, I'm not saying you, but like everybody with me, they'd have half their head shaved.
That's right. I remember that now, man.
Yep,
Awesome.
yep. I remember. I saw an album cover with you with that head shave. I'm like, it kind of looks like Jeff, but he
I
was
would
so
get-
mod and hip.
Anywhere I go, like people would give me shit about my hair. Like there'd be people with straight up mohawks. Nice hair, dude.
Like,
I get so shit on over that hairstyle.
no shit.
Yeah.
Well, it was a little when it first. It was kind of like wow. At first, when you first see it, because at that time nobody. After that, again, trend setting.
Yeah.
Right ahead of time.
That and like I get the weirdest high tops I could find, and we'd play a show. I'd see 10 people at the next show with the same shoes.
Yeah.
Yeah, isn't that cool, man? Though that was cool, man. Like you guys did kind of reach that level of success where you kind of got a taste of things, especially. I mean, Mushroom Hunt got pretty big. It's pretty big. Let's just be honest.
Yeah.
And so you guys got a level of taste of just not blowing up and having that curse, which it can be, right? I mean, like you guys kind of
Local success.
Yeah, we just had a really good scene, and I haven't gone to shows much lately, but Cleveland was blessed with a great scene because I've seen scenes disappear.
Yeah.
Like Erie, they were vibrant. Like Cleveland, they were gone. Like different places.
Yeah, you've been around. I mean, you've seen a lot of stuff. Well, you guys, Purgatory played outside of the city too. I mean, you guys,
Kind of regional.
yeah. So it was like Pennsylvania, Michigan.
Yeah, Detroit, New York,
Indiana, you guys
Penny
ever go-
Arcade, Penny Arcade in Rochester. That
Kentucky.
What a night!
Oh, you guys
Remember
played
that?
Rochester?
We
Holy
took
shit.
Kenny's family's camper the one time. We were all psyched because we got like our version of a tour bus.
Jeff Likes.
We made it about 40 minutes away.
Remember Jeff Likes?
The big square Winnebago.
But
You guys were
dude,
gone.
So we
you guys
opened
pack
up-
all the equipment in this thing also? Everything was in there?
Of course.
Yeah, and
We're psyched. It's our tour bus.
so we played with this band. I forgot what was the band's name that we played with that Penny. It was an opening band, but the drummer for that band won an award, the highest settlement for a car accident in the history of the state of New York, and he was like 19. So after the show, we went to his house, which was pretty awesome. And the party going on there, I still am friends with some of those people from that night.
That you met some like
Yes.
friends, long lasting life friends.
Yeah, and it was just such a great night, man. I'm just remembering now. Thank you.
So some of these gigs are like that, right? I mean, like you guys got to
Yeah.
play because and a lot of it has to do with the timing of when this happened, right?
Right,
It was before. It was when it was like the degenerate thing was still fun. Like it was still fun to be a degenerate rock star, right? I mean, it kind of was, right? Like
Still
like
is.
it wasn't politically incorrect yet. Right?
Don't matter. It's still fun.
You
to me.
know what I'm saying? It really wasn't. So you guys were like in the mix of it. Plus, you could still make some money at that point in time. It wasn't like it is now. Where it's impossible to make money.
Oh, yeah.
Like you guys had to have seen
You're going negative.
bright lights in the future at this point, right? I mean, at this point, Frankie's in the band. You guys are freaking riding on all your gears. Or everything must feel like it's full fucking thrust ahead. What happens?
It,
So
felt,
how-
it felt that way, but it was like in that went for like a couple years.
Yeah.
All right, but nothing wasn't happening. We couldn't really cross that we couldn't get over that hill.
Why do you think that? Why though? Why do you think?
I feel like our second record, or
Jeff, Mark, I
third
don't
if you
know.
count the EP, but our second record, Dark Alley Surgery, would have really broke us.
Yes.
We would have been at that next level.
You think that had all the potential to be like
Oh yeah, for
that
sure.
that
I
great
think-
sophomore
I
album?
love Tie the Tracks. I think the songs are great, but I feel like we were going in a even stronger direction.
Well, I can see that too, man, because none of you guys were old. It
That was
wasn't
re-
like
that
you guys
was-
you were still vibrant young dudes, man, ready to fucking tear it up.
I think a lot
right?
of that stuff was really close to the extreme metal movement that came into 2000, like Disturbed.
So
That
you
and,
guys
like,
think you-
crossover
you know,
metal
System
was
of
like
a Down.
hardcore and
Oh, no kidding. So you guys had kind of
I-
went to 11.
Yeah,
I mean,
I wish we could have recorded it. I wish we had fucking.
I could give
just
you
wish
another
we could have
part of that.
recorded it.
Frank Romano, at that time, his brother Sam Romano, who's awesome guitar player, drummer, he should play guitar in one of my
Keyboardist,
bands.
singer.
Everything. You give him 10 minutes in a room,
top
he could
notch.
play a xylophone, whatever. one of those guys you hate.
Hand me that mouth harps.
But he was in
Cleveland's
the band with Captured. When Tony Ross joined the band, he came with 3 guys from Salem. One of them was Fred Flory, who ended up being the singer of Captured, Sabracadabra,
Awesome voice.
Oh.
And we didn't even know. He just came with Tony.
Never under your porch, but awesome
Steve
voice.
Johnson.
So he starts a side band while we're in Purgatory.
Just the facts,
with
man.
Sam Romano. And Frank wanted to end up playing with Sam because they're making money every week. We were playing, every 6 weeks or something at the same place. So it wasn't as often, and you're not going to make any money in
We
Purgatory.
didn't take money. That money, whenever
Yeah.
we made money,
That-
we put it
Back
back into
into
the
the
band.
That, and
machine.
we'd bring in out of town openers, and we promised them some kind of payment, so we'd pay them and not have any for ourselves.
Yeah. So, fucking Kenny killing me. Anyways,
Don't look.
so what do you guys think happened? Why you guys are going through this time where you guys are going in and out? You got guitar players coming in, you got guitar players going out. Frank is staying in. He's like the mainstay. First of all, you guys start off as a 4-piece, 1 guitar player.
Right.
Now you got to go into this two guitar attack, which changes things, right? It changes how you write. It changes some things. You can do more things, but now you got to account for more things
But
also, right?
live, you can reproduce your music better.
Right. So
Playing
when
the
you,
rhythm while lead
When
second.
he breaks in the lead, when you got 1 guitar player, there's
absolutely.
a rhythm drop.
that puts a lot on you when you got
Right,
the only
which
thing in
I
the
love.
background.
But we didn't record
Which
like
I love.
right. But
just
Van
where we-
Halen is the only band that did that.
Let me
The
see
right
if-
way, right?
Let me
That's
see if
where
I
it
can.
came from, like the Maiden Priest thing. You want to have that
The twin attack.
guitar attack.
Yeah, man.
yeah,
Twin
it's
solo,
metal.
that was-
2 guitars is metal.
Then Lizzie started all this.
Yeah, beautiful,
Yeah,
man.
right.
Love that band.
100%. So do I, dude. So did Pat.
And they actually didn't
Love
invent it,
'em.
but they fucking damn sure did it well.
Well, they didn't invent it, but Leonard Skinner was like the one that kind of was one of them that kind of
Well,
brought.
they had a 3 guitars. and
Well,
they
you're
really
right,
do a
but
lot
they-
of
but-
twin.
Lead guitar.
But they had that attack type thing coming.
Then Lizzie, though, the producer, purposely had the one a little bit out of tune, so it had a natural
Two different.
harmony that happened.
Oh, when they played together.
So they kind of invented that twin guitar magic that happened.
oh shit.
Right.
Jeff, really?
Yeah,
I'm impressed, Jeff.
on
I had no idea.
on the documentary about it, they talk about that.
He's
I
the
didn't
brain
know
of
you
the
got up
band.
that
He always
early.
knew shit like that.
Yeah, I
By
want to
the
go
way,
back to Brian's question as far as like what happened. Let me just try to explain it real quick. It won't
Yeah,
take long.
I'm
I swear.
curious because I think
Okay.
it sounds like that was.
I mean, things
the
were
beginning
going
of
good,
the end.
and we always we changed a lot of guitar players. It was me, Jeff, and Mark for the longest period of time.
So you guys are changing them.
I mean, we probably had 10,
yeah,
12,
Nobody quit.
maybe 13 guitar players. It was a big, revolving door.
Yeah, it was.
Because we had 2, and like I said, Frank was the longest reigning. Okay, we got to a point, I think it was about 89, okay, and Frank decided he didn't want to do it anymore. He just wanted to do covers.
Capture.
Okay, and we had just parted ways with Jeff. Okay, and we had Andy Boyer, who's a fucking awesome fucking singer, so, you know what I mean, for whatever that's worth. But it's like, okay, Frank dropped out, so instead of replacing him like we normally would have, all right, Andy decided that he was going to drop out too. So now we need a singer and a guitar player. And then to make things worse,
I know. I fucked everybody over.
Mark, you know what I mean? Who was he? Tony?
I could tell you.
Tony was
No, it was
Tony
me,
was
you-
Tony would have went anywhere.
Greg came back for some reason then. And we had a meeting in my house on East 185th Street.
Did I finish? Is that good?
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. There has been no start or finish to anybody's conversations in this whole thing. I have no problem with it though.
Yeah.
We're having fun. You guys are listen. All I care about is that you guys are having fun right
He
now
didn't want-
and bringing and this is all
Yeah.
coming out and people are gonna love this.
I felt
But
good
these
right
are
now.
old
This is
feelings
like
you're bringing
awesome,
up, too.
awesome
but they're gonna
shit.
love to hear these stories, man. You guys,
Yeah, it's not all good.
but who cares?
There's drama involved.
This is a 2-episode fupisode fucking event going on here.
Let me tell you what.
Do it.
I can laugh.
I gotta do
$10
2
guys.
episodes for this. I can't
Give me
fucking.
$10.
You think I'm gonna edit anything?
Oh, We ain't even got to the good stuff.
What the hell am I going to edit out of this? It's impossible.
Well, you're talking about
two
another
episodes.
singer, and this singer's sitting here, so something must have
No,
happened.
I know all that.
We're
but
not talking about, by the way.
But I'm just trying to get to the beginning of it because something happened in the beginning that starts to this is usually a chain reaction of events, right? When bands break up, especially when you guys are like doing where you guys were doing, that you guys had all the promise in the world. You had the world by the balls right now. And then shit starts going wrong. It always is like this. It's the domino effect. It's the chain reaction thing. One thing happens, another thing happens, and it just people start losing interest because of it. So it's like
right.
I'm thinking it's the guitar thing to begin with because the one thing you want in a
That was
band
it
is
from the
stability,
beginning.
right? You want stability, and without it, you start feeling unstable, right? I mean, let's just say it. That's how it is.
Yeah.
So a guy like Jeff, right? I can understand why he wouldn't be in the band no more because Jeff was becoming a well-known guy in Cleveland at the time, and with you guys having this revolving door of guitar players and stuff like that, I mean, I don't know what happened. I'm not saying I know.
You're right.
But what I am saying is that
You don't.
Right.
but what I am saying is that you're right. I don't know. But what I am saying is I can understand it. Is what I'm saying, Lace. Because when you don't have, and that's why I'm asking about the guitar thing.
Regardless of why it happened, and you still have to deal with that and
But
move
they want to know
forward.
why.
Good, fair enough. Okay, that's fair enough.
But you want to know why. And it's a
Well,
good question.
I just think people would want to know why because
Yeah.
because you guys were killing it.
It's a
and
tough
that's
question. Very hard question.
you were killing it. That's my thing.
What a bad time to split up the band.
It happens then though, right? The
Yes.
great ones. That's when it happens. There's like a point
Exactly.
once you cross that you can accomplish anything. You guys almost got there,
I think Jeff's
right?
the
Is
guy
that what?
to
Am I
answer
fair to say that that's true?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
I feel if the band if we could have held it together for another 2, maybe 3, 4 years tops, I think we would have been further along than we are, than we got.
But okay. So let me ask you this: Why do you think? What do you think? Where did it start? Where was the crack in the foundation?
Well, that's what I'm saying. When you're talking about when
where do you think that Purgatory is like this?
well here's
But something happened somewhere.
here's kind of what happened. Okay, all along, like sometimes when Jeff sings, sometimes he gets kind of like that. All right, and I'm glad I can say this in front of him. He's my brother.
Can't believe it.
No
Well,
way he just said that.
He knows I love him. You know what I mean? And that's but this is reality.
I
This
know
is-
what you're saying.
This is what it was.
You brought this up on your episode.
And then, it's like, we talked to him and it was like, from what I recall, and somebody correct me if I'm wrong, it's like we wanted him to stop doing that. And he did. But then it was almost like he was trying to almost sound like Jim Haymar from Breaker. And it's like, that's what we didn't want. We want you to be you, just don't do that high falsetto.
Oh, so you guys were trying to get him to stop to do the screams.
You're the one that talked
Oh,
about
you
the two
guys are
voices.
wrong.
No.
No,
You're wrong.
you talked about the two voices.
Hey, you know what?
I loved it.
I'm telling you what happened.
Right, I believe you. Okay,
And,
I got you.
and we were wrong.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
But remember the two
Okay,
voices?
okay.
You
Cheers.
talked about two voices. That lower middle voice that nobody has a
Was the
tone like
bomb.
that. That's
It
what
was.
we wanted to push more for that.
Yeah.
That's all.
I got
Because it
you.
was
I
so
see.
unique.
I see.
I felt like I was like,
Go ahead, Jeff.
I felt like I was going a little more metalcore too. I was almost becoming punk rock, and I feel like they may have wanted to stay a little more classic metal sound. And I'm not saying that's why anything happened, but it felt like a little bit of division, maybe.
Not at all.
No. So then, I mean, it's kind of in some weird ways. It was almost like, not really though, but it's almost like the Metallica breakup where it happens and then some great things still happen as a result of the
Right.
breakup, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it wasn't.
And that's exactly what happened. Like I said, we got Andy, who's an awesome singer. Fucking Jeff knows that. And fucking Jeff did Hatrix, which is an awesome.
Yeah,
band.
and then dude, Hatrix was huge.
And we know that, dude. I still listen to Hatrix.
Yeah, they
It
were
is-
huge.
It's fucking cool as fuck.
Well, I mean, but you guys were. I mean, the Hatrix thing was really.
Interesting
good.
side story about that band. Lamb of God grew up listening to Hatrix. They became them because of it.
Wait
They
a
were like,
minute.
"You're
Let
a
me
mushroom-
hear-
you were Hatrix. You should have stayed in that band."
Really?
Yeah,
Did they tell you this? Did you?
Yes.
No
because
kidding.
we took Lamb of God out for their second real tour. Went out 2 straight tours together.
Oh my God, dude, that is the coolest story.
That's awesome, ain't it?
Hell yes.
Who would ever thought that you could influence somebody like
Well,
that?
you don't know what's going on, right? Like, especially back in them days when there was no way to get receive
Yeah.
who's really doing all this stuff. Now you know everything. But back
I
then,
didn't know that, Jeff. That explains a couple things.
That's fucking
insane.
awesome.
yeah,
We're
man. that is-
learning as I'm learning as we go because we never really talked about any of this.
Yeah,
so now
that's
we're
my
just
job,
gonna
dude, to
find
bring it out.
Well, we're finding out when you do and everybody else does.
I
It's
love it.
pretty crazy.
Benny Hill, always learning.
I'm not sure if I love it.
We took Avenged
I
Sevenfold
think
on.
I like it, but I'm not sure.
We took Avenged Sevenfold on their first ever tour there in Vans.
Dude, now
They
that
took them
drummer
out
was
for like
badass.
3 straight
Therapy,
tours.
isn't it?
Now they have buses, each personal bus with cameras in the bays, in the bath, or not cameras, TV screens in the bays and in the bathrooms. I never had my own bus. Those guys are huge. Like it was crazy. Like for so long, all the
I thought
bands-
you guys did have a bus.
We
it
did.
was the
A bus.
camper.
Avenged Sevenfold had
No,
their own
But
buses.
yeah, like everyone we took out for a while broke huge.
There was
It
No
one
kidding.
show.
So you were picking the right bands, man.
Yeah.
You knew who to pick. That's awesome, dude.
What was
That's
it?
awesome.
Hey,
How-
that's something to be proud of.
well, how do you get in touch with like Avenged Sevenfold at that time?
You're
And how
just
do you-
like we
just
were
a
on the
network?
same agency, so we'd get hooked up like that.
Oh man, so
They
the
actually got
agency was
It
fucking
was
on
because
the
of
right
them that
track.
we got on Mayhem Festival. We tried
Who
to
was
get
the
them-
agency?
It was the agency group I think at the time, and then we ended up on
They're creative.
TKO after that.
Because that's awesome, man. It sounds
We
like
were
they were
actually
hitting home
in the
runs.
beginning. We were actually on the same agency as Lamb of God. That's how that.
That's what I mean. They were hitting some home runs.
Because he was like an up and coming agent, and now he's huge. Tim Bohr.
How long did Hatrix? Yeah, but how long did Hatrix actually last?
sad, dude.
I'm curious. How long did that band stay together for? Hatrix.
Atrix, it was about
Oh,
5
dude,
years.
9?
5.
5.
Oh, that's it.
Yeah,
Man,
because
it
we were
seems like
starting
they
to
were fucking forever.
mold into
Less than the
Mushroom Head
Beatles.
at that point.
So okay, it's back to Purgatory.
Bill said.
So are you guys still signed to Auburn Records at this point? Also,
I don't
mean,
know.
how did that work? How did it was like a one record?
Hammer.
I have no idea. I know we signed to him, and it was a 50-50 split.
Is that how he did it?
That's the contract that we signed. Like I
Okay.
said, I know I never seen nothing. I don't know what.
You never
was
saw any
made.
money?
Never.
Yeah, it was supposed to go toward the second record.
You know.
Yeah,
So
and,
whatever.
and whatever, and that's fine. That's not a dig against Bill. It's not like I don't think Bill Peters ever like pocketed any money or fucked anybody over. He did the best he could for metal.
Oh, he still does.
In
He
other
flies the
words-
flag like nobody else.
The
Yes.
record
He's
sales
the man.
from one band would go towards the next band's recording, and that's fine. That's the way it works.
Yeah.
And we were like in his stable in the Brotherhood of Auburn Records, so we all.
If he would have been
that's cool.
smart, he would have made $1 million with us, and he could have did whatever he wanted
Yeah.
with the rest of those bands.
Yeah. Well, he didn't. I don't think anybody understood. I
don't.
think it was a weird time.
don't
It's just a weird time. It was just a weird. Like the music you guys were doing was new. I mean, let's just be honest. It was.
yeah.
It wasn't. It wasn't.
It was different.
It was. It was.
Used to.
It was that next level. It was that next
It
level.
was a progressive.
You guys
metal,
fell
I
into
don't
that
know.
thrashier
Yeah.
level of music that was just getting popular.
Hey, how many genres do they have now? I think that was number 2.
Oh yeah, black metal, Christian metal.
Go ahead,
Yeah.
Jeff.
But
Number 2
I
out of
myself would
20.
love to have just had circumstances change, and we did make that second record and just seen where it went.
Which will be a third
That's
record.
probably my biggest regret of my life.
Really? No kidding. So
Because
I'm
I
with
feel
you.
like
I'm with
that,
you.
that
Me
would have
too,
broke
brother.
so fucking big.
Totally. Oh, we want to do it. It's Dark Alley Surgery. Is that the name?
I felt
Dark
that way
Alley
since
Surgery.
'62.
do you guys feel like you could do it?
Well, we
It
got
would-
the songs written.
Tonally, it would be different, and I feel like our energy then, just everything was a perfect
It wouldn't
storm.
be. It wouldn't be
I'm
the
way
same.
better now on bass than I was
Yeah.
back then. Way better.
Yeah, but I mean, like, could you? I mean, like, just like to blow a load, you know? Like,
It would-
sometimes you got to just get it out of you.
would-
And I mean, like, fuck it.
It would be. It would be okay, but it wouldn't be the same. I'm sorry,
I mean,
Jeff. Go ahead.
Strangely, there's a band called Iced Earth. They tried to become Purgatory when we
Yeah.
already did the name. They were cease and desisted, but they put out a demo recording.
Great band, though.
It was
They're
called
from
Days of Purgatory, and it was all their songs at that time. And that's why I'd really just like to put out Dark Alley Surgery as the recordings we have of it, the best copies we can find of each song.
Dude, I would just
I'd rather
think that
go in
would
the
be-
studio and kick
I mean, that would be a
ass.
cool thing too, but I'm
Yes.
We
I
would
mean-
need to change the names of one of the songs, though, and call it "Too Bad Iced Earth."
Too bad for you.
yeah.
They hate us already,
That's
so it
terrible
doesn't
thing,
matter. They
had the same name, but they had to change it because we already did it and ran with it.
And they're more salty than we are.
Which I actually felt bad about because they did a lot more than we did.
Well, too bad.
They were. I thought they were actually better than us. I said it. I thought they were really good.
I'm not sorry.
Really good.
But why not do that? So I guess my question again is, why not, guys? Why don't you go back in and do it? Even if you only did one fucking gig.
Guitar player.
Dude, that would be like the Led Zeppelin gig, right? I mean, it's like you guys would freaking...
Guitar player.
You got 27 to choose from. Like, how many been through the fucking...
Well, they're all available?
The right ones I don't think are...
The guys we want.
Do I have to edit this out?
No.
What you just said?
No, never.
You don't have a guitar player?
You might have to edit this out. No.
What's
To
wrong?
me, you can kind of play the old versions and show someone that you know now that can play, and it wouldn't be exactly the same. But
What's wrong with Greg? He won't do this?
No, he's not going to do it.
He's not going to do it. Doesn't want no part of us.
he kind of wasn't.
Won't even answer phone.
He almost wasn't a part of that time.
Yeah.
Who wants to be the guitar player on the new Purgatory album?
Wouldn't be
That's what we want to know. We need Frank Romano's son to step up to the front.
come on!
Yeah, they got to be pretty good.
That's what I'm saying. There's got to be somebody out there that's like, I'll fucking do that.
I thought the same thing.
I wonder if Jeff's buddy Tommy would do it.
He definitely would.
So what I want to ask you guys is this: I think we've covered a lot of the old stuff, and we've really learned a lot today. Actually, I think fucking you guys have learned a lot about yourselves. I don't know how many times I keep hearing, I didn't know that. That's really cool. I think that was great.
We don't do this every day or every week. We probably ain't been together in the same room for at least 2 years.
It's good therapy.
You guys, I would love to see you guys. I mean, this is my own personal perspective of this whole matter, but I'd love to see you guys at least do something with that album that was never completed. If it's not re-recorded something, or it's at least release what the hell you guys got on it. You guys got some good live stuff.
I kind of like to do both.
Yeah, I think it would be great, man. I do. I say, like, there's no time like today, right? I mean, like, I just think that, like you were saying, the guitar player thing or whatever, dude, I'll learn how to play the fucking guitar. I'm even fucking shorthanded, and I will figure out.
We'll find a way.
I want that album made, man. I don't care.
You know, it's funny because I actually, after this experience with you guys, I've always wanted to do that, but now I really want to do that.
You're thinking about it a little more now, huh?
Yeah.
So am I.
I'd really like that.
Big time.
Dude, if this show's got that album done, I swear to God, dude, I will fucking run down Euclid Avenue naked.
Woo! Oh, there's a good reason.
That is that'll be the coolest fucking thing that ever happened. I'll
Did
do
you
it.
get that on tape, Pat?
You'll be special thanked for this, definitely. Don't be
Streaking to the
surprised.
quad.
Honestly, that's so cool, man. I mean, I really think that would be great.
Fuck yeah.
But you guys are still doing. I mean, it's like it's not over yet. I mean, it's like there's still things happening right now, right? I mean, like we already touched on some of the stuff that you're involved in. But let me talk to you a little bit more about that. Like, well, how would you describe like what Jeffrey Nothing is like compared to how would somebody like you said it's kind of a continuation of Mushroom Head? Is that
It has similarities. I feel like
the theatrics
in
of
the
it?
early days of that band, there was a lot more wider spectrum of music being brought in, musical ideas. The guitar player at the time, JJ, just had a lot of different things going on that he'd write from instead of it being like one specific style or anything. So that's where I am now with my guitar player, Tommy Church. He just knocks like 2 or 3 songs out a day when he's bored, more or less. And
Rest in peace, JJ.
Yeah, I was just gonna say
definitely.
That hurts.
And then we ended up playing Moscow before I left Mushroom Head, probably in like 2015. And our liaison tour manager is still a friend of mine, and I ended up singing on a song for his band. And the guy that was doing mostly the vocal work on that is a 16-time platinum producer, 8 times multi-platinum, 30 times gold out of South Africa. And he's actually moving to America, and his first project is going to be my band's album.
What's his name?
His name is Werner Buckus.
I mean, how did you remember? Did you have to like literally memorize what you just said? That was unfreaking believable. That you literally just that was awesome.
No, that was off the cuff.
Like you could produce for me. You could promote me anytime, dude. You are awesome.
cool.
Dude. That was great.
He's a wordsmith.
But,
And actually, the
He
guy's
really
name,
is.
The
I was
guy's,
like-
the guy's name is Eddie Murphy, and it's Coming to America.
he has
Close enough.
He has 2 daughters, and his wife's the recording artist, and they're in South Africa, and money is like dollars or pennies over there. He has money in the South African version of ASCAP BMI that he can't get, and it's basically 1.8 million American. Oh. He can't get it out. He's been trying to get it for 5 years.
Crazy.
But he's coming to here, one of the first people he had ever worked with as far as being a musician, because he sings too and probably plays some instruments. But the first person I ever worked with's daughter owns a studio in North Carolina, and she's like, I'm tired of making music. I want to listen to it again. Just take over my studio. And it's like state of the art. And because I was trying to get him in Cleveland, but we would have to go from the ground up here.
Oh, right.
So yeah, he wants to do my next album as the first project he does over here.
Are you pretty excited about this? I mean,
yeah,
yeah, it seems like, right?
We did 13 in Mushroom Head with Matt Wallace, but he mixed what we had and then produced it. This is going to be from scratch, so that's amazing. And plus, I love the band Mr. Bungle. They put out a demo called OU818. And then that was hugely popular. And then they put out
Mr. Bungle, that's Mike Patton's band, right?
Yeah, and then they put out the Warner Brothers album version, and both of them are standing on their own classics, but they never put out the song Mr. Nice Guy on the new record, so that stands alone on OU818. But to me, that's the perfect way to do it. You put out your version of your songs and then have this amazing producer come in, and you could put out those versions.
Oh, yeah, it's
'Cause
smart.
I have like 15 songs piled up that we're going to put out like every few weeks, but to get the chance to do it with that much talent, it's going to be something I've never done.
Do you think that the way that people are doing it now, it's, so to speak, with the putting out a single versus a whole collection of work, are you going to kind of follow into that?
In this day and age, an album is considered 3 songs. And
Yeah, it's like
you really want to put out a song every 3 weeks, or like these Spotify, for example, who pays you pennies will drop you if you don't keep up a certain schedule.
Correct. So it's better to put out a song, promote, put out a
and
song,
plus with
promote.
just the ADD nation we're in, people want now what they want.
I love
and,
ADD Nation.
and it's like, give me
Write
one
that
song. I don't want to wait for a whole album.
That's great, man. I love that. That was perfectly done. ADD Nation is what we're living in right now.
Yeah.
And you know, me and Pat have this conversation constantly about the length of our show. You know, like we need it shorter. Like, well, sometimes, sometimes, and there's no real answer to all this. But shorter is better, and it is. You know, but you need length for some things, and you need. It's a fine line. You got to find somehow to draw that thing. You know, but you're right, man. People's attention span is just not. It's not what it used to be.
It's almost like when you
Watching
promote.
this shiny thing.
Well, don't you remember when you used to wait for a fucking album to come out because you wanted to hear the whole thing?
Yeah,
you couldn't wait to be laying there on your.
Master of Puppets was the one I couldn't wait to come out.
Dude,
When
that's
it came
the
out,
album.
I'm like, what is that?
That's the
Holy
album that changed
shit.
my whole life. I don't care what
Yeah,
it tells you.
me
That's the
too.
one. The Master of Puppets is the one that did it for
It's
me.
just sad for me
And then
because
he died on the bass.
I dislike Metallica so much now that I can't even go back and listen anymore.
Oh yeah, that's
Cliff
the shame when that
Cliff
happens.
Burton's last record, man, that I know of. Maybe I'm wrong, but
It's James. He's like, you, they, me. Like everything's got a second
Singer's
syllable. You
outlooks,
can't
the
just
singer's
can't just say one word.
That's so
You gotta-
funny. I say it all the time. That's the Hetfield thing.
Yeah.
Anytime you hear people do that, it's the yeah.
Imagine this
just
motherfucker
drives me
in
insane.
For him,
kindergarten.
though, it worked.
Hand me the blue.
if you're a
Grind.
singer,
Well, that's
You're
what I
a
mean.
singer, it'll drive me crazy.
With Jeff, it was the opposite. He would cut shit off. He'd
Yeah.
go, and it was like, yeah, it was like the best, man. It was the best.
oh my God.
It was.
his
Seriously,
homework.
dude. Seriously,
Good
dude. And the thing about it is, you guys have that one fucking album that really defines you. That's it. And it's that good. It's that good.
Do you remember
that
the
fucking
second
good.
one?
We
though?
need another one.
I haven't heard the second one because
No,
we're talking.
not the second album, but the second release, which was Dr. Payne.
So Dr. Payne was after Jeff.
That was Andy.
No. Yeah.
Yeah, that was after.
But-
Oh my God!
but
Let me
he
tell
wrote
you.
the first
Let me
song.
tell you about it.
He wrote Dr. Payne. He's got lyrics for Dr. Payne. Was it Dr. Payne? Oh, no, that was
TV thieves.
Bloods of Price.
TV, yeah, he called us up Blood
Yeah.
Price.
Dr. Payne was TV thieves.
Bloods
Yeah,
of Price
yeah.
we did on Heavy Artillery with Andy.
back.
Jeff had already sang and wrote lyrics, but we didn't record with Jeff. That's when it all happened, and we switched to Andy. That's when Andy ended up doing it on Heavy Artillery.
Now Andy is a good guy.
Yes.
Andy's a good guy and everything. But
Sweetheart of a
awesome.
man.
but would you say that was something you guys wish you didn't do?
No, I don't regret it.
I
Personally,
don't regret it, but it wasn't necessarily the way we should have
No.
did it. I mean, Andy wasn't the problem. Yeah, I don't know.
I guess, but was
Does
Jeff
that
the
make
problem?
sense?
No.
No,
I guess I'm gonna have to ask that question too. Then you know what I'm saying?
Right, Jeff.
That's a-
Jeff
Because you
wasn't
guys are
where-
going right.
I almost feel like to an
Jeff
extent
wasn't
it
the
was
problem,
outside
we were the problem.
voices. Like I think Rick Fagan really
Yeah, we had a new manager.
came into the situation and dumbed it down a little
Rick
bit.
Fagan was a 16 or 17-year-old dude who took over our band. And looking back, it was probably he knew his shit because he ended up with
He ended up working with LL Cool J, fucking
and being the
Meatloaf.
man.
He's not a
He's
fucking.
Fred Durst's
he's not a-
personal
he's
manager.
not a
But he
schmuck.
learned by us. He racked up $900 in phone bills for a show in Cincinnati where we got $300. So, really,
Thank goodness for cell phones.
Wasn't it like
And
that?
here's the funny part. He ain't even Jewish.
And then he goes, "Why? Where's my money?" I'm like, "You what? You dumb fuck!"
I love this shit. It's been the best time. I fucking love
Oh,
it.
you're
It's weird
digging
because I
deep.
had that same situation in my Louisiana band. This guy came in, managed us, knows everything. He's why I wasn't even bummed when they said they wanted to go back to just the 3-piece.
This is White Heat.
Yeah.
White Heat. Yep.
So White Heat. What was White Heat? Let me ask you. Fuck, I gotta know because we haven't touched really on that.
It's a fucking
That was
cover band, dude.
was it all it was? It was all covers.
We
What were
need
you playing?
another
What were
night.
you playing?
It
What
was
were you,
90%
another night
covers.
here.
It
what
was
were you playing?
90%
What kind of covers though?
Priest, Maiden, Fastway, whoever.
Did you guys ever get into the new album stuff? The new wave of British heavy
You
metal?
do originals?
Was that
We had
something?
like 4 songs. We had a demo.
Did you guys ever get into that stuff? Like,
Duran.
well, no. The new wave of British heavy metal, the new album stuff. You know,
I mean,
From who?
Tigers of Panzang.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I mean, Maiden and Priest are actually, and even Motorhead's kind of from that whole.
they're
thing.
more or less
Fuck yeah.
they're tail end of the first wave.
Yeah, the first wave of right. That's true. You're right.
Yeah.
But the new wave of the British heavy metal,
I mean, I like the band.
Budgie.
Diamond Head.
Diamond Head, yeah.
I like the bands. I just knew Riot the most at that time. Out of like that newer stuff that was coming out.
Yeah.
Jag Panzer I love.
Yeah, Jag Panzer.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's another one, man.
I was gonna say that.
Lots
You
of
beat me to it.
Jetsam.
Because,
we
but-
had the bass player who ended up being Metallica's bass player.
Well, because you can't deny their influence on what
yeah.
ended up becoming what happened later on. I mean, that
Yes.
whole wave of music totally changed everything, right? Didn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, it did.
I agree.
It was, and you know, you hear about it a lot, but do they really get enough credit? You know what I'm saying? I mean, you know what they remind me of? Like,
X that square, Scotty.
well, but they're like the blues players. They're like the Delta blues players were to when that blues thing happened in Britain, right? They're like the bands that kind of like established what became great. You know what I mean? Everybody kind of took that and went with it.
It's really
You know?
whoever you latch onto. Like I would go record shopping and just see a cool cover and take it home and check it out and fall in love with these bands I never heard
That's
of.
right.
You were that
Artwork
guy.
is underrated.
Shattered Records. You go to Shattered.
Oh, yeah.
Not so
Oh,
much.
yeah.
Record Revolution more.
Did you
I
ever?
I
Do
go to
you
Shattered
guys ever
Records.
go to Shattered?
Oh,
Chris
yeah.
is shattered.
Record
Does anybody ever
Revolution
see
is
Frank Conge anymore? I gotta fucking find Frank.
Oh, I don't.
His dad was my teacher at Rhodes High School.
Oh, wow.
Mr. Kanji. And he had one line I'll never forget. He goes, "I ain't afraid of no human." Because he was in World War II.
Wow.
Yeah, but his son
I ain't
was
afraid of no
Shattered
ghosts.
Records Kanji. Oh, you live
Kanji. That's his last name. Kanji, not
It was,
Conge.
it was his son.
Oh, no, Kanji. All right, I'm saying it
but
wrong.
Chris at Warped Records, he ended up becoming one of my best friends at all of us.
Chris was a good dude.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
we
yeah.
would
I'm
go
also
around- When we
he's
first
in,
got the EP,
He's in Wilmington, North Carolina now.
really. What's he doing there? Retired?
Jacking off.
Living a
Jacking
life.
off.
I'm not really sure. Same neighborhood as Dennis Hopper.
No kidding.
Yep.
so you didn't ask this, but back when we got the EP was out, we did road work. I had my little route I did with Shattered Records and Warp Records. I made relationships. I bring them 10 records, consignment, and that's how I got to meet Chris Andrews and all that stuff. But anyway,
All right.
Yeah.
That was JUF Records. You know what? Anybody know what JUF stands for?
Jackson Ugly Fuck?
Is that what it is? Yeah. Jackson Ugly Fuck.
That was one of our roadies, and we had to make up a label,
Yeah.
so we had to make up a name.
On the spot.
JUF.
Because he was ugly, and he was my buddy
he
from
was
the
ugly as
Marines.
fuck.
Croatian.
Yeah,
so
and he, one of our roadies, and bad motherfucker. Oh, my God.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, he's badass.
One of mine on your side.
I'm
Yeah.
glad he liked me.
Yeah, he was on our side, and he was just a badass.
I have no control.
And Purgatory was also brought to you by Pizza Joe's.
It
Pizza
should be,
Joe's. Oh.
Yeah,
Should
we
be
would,
Marine
we
Corps
would flyer
record.
for them, and they give us pizza to take home.
Over off Memphis there, and
Oh,
what was
yeah.
that? Yeah,
Pizza
yeah,
Joe's.
Fulton, Memphis.
Yes.
My God, dude, they're talking
Dude,
about
we
it.
Job, I don't want a job. Just give us
They
pizza.
gave us food to eat, so we had to put them on the record.
That was the
Yeah,
shit.
that
back
and
then.
ramen noodles, but I'm not thinking ramen noodles. That's ridiculous.
Remember the fucking meeting with the machete?
Oh, yeah.
Tell me about the machete real quick.
Go ahead, tell him more.
As fast as you can.
You brought it up.
Come on, I need a machete. So
I don't remember, but I remember there was
All
a
right.
machete involved.
The roadie, Jack Kavar, Jelko, because he was Croatian, he spoke with an accent. Well, I met him in the Marines in
Bless his
83.
soul.
Long story with that. I'm going to skip over that. So he had a problem with what was going on in the band. So he held us hostage with a machete, and he slammed this machete in the door jamb. He said, "Nobody's leaving here until we straighten this shit out." Oh, yeah. And Jelko was a bad dude. He was big, and he was a
Yellow Duster.
bad dude.
Dude, we'd be playing at fucking, what's the place on Lorraine there? Flashes. And
Oh, yeah.
fucking, and our other roadie, Bob Praws, who's fucking awesome. Awesome fucking human being.
Badder than Jack, but aren't
Yeah. But you wouldn't know by looking at him.
we?
They're
6'3".
fucking, we're getting ready to do a gig. They're fucking in the middle of the floor, rolling, fighting in the floor.
Yeah.
They were practicing. This is for if the bad people show up.
No, it was
I could go
a
on
power
forever.
struggle. Let's say it's
Yeah.
a power
Yeah,
struggle.
that's what it was.
Yeah.
Dude, I
Bob,
could do
Bob
this.
had a little more of the smarts.
Oh, we could tell. We do a whole show.
I know.
on
I got to
those
stop
two.
though. I got to cut it off. I
Oh,
got.
shit.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Part two.
Hold
We got a
on.
little more
coming up.
time.
One more thing.
We got more
No,
time.
just
All right,
kidding.
keep going. We got more time. Give me one more story. You guys got fucking stories for
Too many.
Dude, Braveheart, Bloody Knuckles, we did that in 03, I think it was. And it was like fucking, we did the first night, and there was like, you know, there's like 300-400 people there. And then fucking, we're getting ready to play. It's like a half hour, 45 minutes before we're supposed to play. People start rolling through the door. I mean, another 400
Somebody
fucking,
got drunk.
Another 400 fucking people. And then fucking Jeff, who never seen him fucking drunk. He was fucked up. And
He didn't even
was,
drink
He was
in the
fucking.
band.
He was fucking up the words. And right now, I'm telling you this story. My hair's starting to stand up because fucking
Oh, yeah.
all those 400 motherfuckers that showed up knew the fucking words, and you could hear them over the PA.
Oh yeah.
So you didn't need to. You could be fucked up that night.
He's just kind of like you today. He didn't have to beat her.
But you know how it feels. You know how it feels. Think about this, Brian.
Hey, you sure we ain't got time for one more?
So you're
Dude,
on
that
stage.
was the joke of the fucking year.
Brian, you're on stage, you're playing, your singer's fucked up, but the crowd is singing louder than anybody to lyrics of a song you wrote 20 years ago. It was great. Oh my God. Can't
Was that is
describe
that like the goosebump? Like,
Yes.
so those are the goosebump moments, right? Where everybody knows your words,
Lot of 'em.
everybody knows your songs,
You don't expect that.
dude. What about like if you guys were to play outside the country where they fucking sing the fucking guitar parts, right? When they sing everything, everything is sung.
Hold on,
right?
let me guess. Would that be Japan?
No, they do it everywhere. They sing the guitar solos. They sing every part. Every melody is sung by the crowd at every other fucking European place but America. We don't do it there.
I've seen
Right.
that. You're right. You're right.
That's got to be the most craziest thing where everything
it's
is sung.
so good. The feeling
No,
you
but really,
get.
is it really that feeling?
Special. Just what you think it would be.
It would be, right?
Yeah.
It's one thing if
so
the
hard.
crowd's singing along with you, a cover band type thing.
Yeah,
but when it's
still-
your own
Yeah.
music,
Your own
man.
shit, dude. That's like,
But the words he wrote.
Yeah,
So
dude.
it all comes down to him. So I gotta give it him. I'll give it to you.
I'll never forget.
We ain't
love
done
this.
yet.
This is the
You thought
We were
we're
supposed to
done?
play with
We're not done.
Paul Diano's Battle Zone, and Saxon was
Oh,
headlining.
no.
And Paul Dano's Battle Zone for whatever reason couldn't make it, so we were like main support. And I'll never forget, I'm standing on the ramp to go to stage, and just the crowd buzz and the energy in the building. That ramp was shaking so crazy. And that was like one of the main standout shows in my memory.
Ever, for all times.
Yeah.
And dude, you've been on so many fucking shows. Is that the best? That's the best.
Yeah.
You guys were the fucking shit, man. I'm telling you right now, you were. You're the
Thank
fucking
you.
shit, man. You guys were the shit.
We're gonna
you,
do
bro.
Whatever happened, happened. But I would like to know exactly. I don't think we'll ever find out exactly what happened,
No.
like, because I don't think you guys even really know. But the thing is
Oh,
that
I know.
You need another show.
well, off the air, we'll talk. But I just think it's amazing, man. This is and you guys coming here and doing this for us, man, dude. I'll never. I honestly,
Great.
God, this is the greatest thing ever, dude.
That's a
Me
two-sided
too.
door.
I love
Honestly,
this.
this is
I
gonna
love
be
this.
That's a
this is gonna be
two-sided
one of
door.
my pinnacle moments in this whole thing. I guarantee it forever.
It's a two-sided door.
Forever,
Brian.
dude.
Thank you.
Anytime you invite me, I'll be here.
Oh, that's the
I'm
best.
saying
dude.
it. I
That's the
said
best, dude.
You know
You
where
guys are
it's
the
at.
best.
Just stop
What
by.
a great time.
I really enjoyed this, man.
Yeah.
All right, everybody, Purgatory, man.
So
Thanks for watching.
Woo!
It was the best, man. We're out.
Right.
We'll see
Drunk.
everybody later.
Drunk. Don't be
Oh.
getting crazy on me. Drunk.
Oh, yes, sir.
What
didn't know I
the
hit
fuck, dude?
fun.
This was the best, dude.
That fucked me up.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
Oh, I felt pretty good.
Fun. You made it
How you
easy.
feeling, Jeff?
You made it easy and fun.
Good?
Whatever, dude.
That was
Oh,
awesome.
you did.
That was nice,
fun
dude.
I ever had doing that shit.
Dude, we could do this for another fucking 3
Yeah,
hours.
dude, you guys are the best, man. That was the
glad we
most
did that.
fun.
You made it easy.
That'll be fine.